Okay, so now let's look at validation in Google Forms. So, by validation, what I mean is that you want a specific kind of answer to each question. So, for example, you want the name to not be shorter than 2 letters or 3 letters, and then you want the age or the time to not be so and so. You want the answer to be within a specific range, however you want it. So there's a way you can do that with Google Forms, and it's called validation. So we'll be adding validation to some of these forms, and then you will see the difference. So let us go to first name, and then when we come here, you will see response validation. So when you click on response validation, first name, we don't want it to be a number. We want it to be a text, of course, text. So which means in this first name position, the person cannot write a figure there, because currently the person can write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever, you understand. But then we want it to be strictly text. So because names are text, so we'll put text, and then that is just it. So if you want it to contain a particular thing, you can put it here. For example, I want the name to contain letter O. Anybody whose name does not contain letter O cannot fill this form. So I'll put O, but then that's not the case here. So let's just check this. You can put it contains, it doesn't contain, or it's an email. So this is for email addresses, you understand. So when you put email, the person can only type in an email address here. Any other thing the person typing here will not go through. So you can add a custom text error, like this is what they are going to tell the person if the person gets it wrong. So we'll just add this contains, we'll just leave it this way, text, and then we'll say please type in your first name. So if the person types in a figure, they'll be giving this error message. So we'll do the same thing for the last name. We'll add validation, response validation. We need it to be a text, and then it doesn't have to contain anything specific. So we'll leave it, and then the error text will add please type in your surname. Okay, the age, will leave the age. The about section, will leave it. The gender, let us see what response validation applies to this. Okay, it doesn't. We'll leave that. We'll leave this. All right. So those are the feeds that will need response validation. And then if there is any feed that feed is compulsory. So you want a situation whereby they cannot submit the form if they do not fill in that feed. So you will make that feed required feed. So when open first name, of course you don't want them to submit their form without filling in their first names. So we'll toggle this on required. We'll leave surname. We'll toggle the age on. We need to know your age. So these ones are compulsory. When you toggle this required button, when you toggle it on, it becomes compulsory to answer this question. else the person will not be able to submit the form. And then your gender, this one should be compulsory. You need to know your gender. And then your favorite colors, okay, this may be optional. What planet are you from? This may be optional. T-shirt size, these may be optional. All right, so now let us preview our form and let's see how it is. Okay, so we have first name. You see there's this red star. There's this red star in front of this first name. That is to show that it is required. It says this star is required. So you see the first name, last name, it's not, it's optional. Then you see the age, this is compulsory. The about section is compulsory. So we just fill in this form. First name, if I write this and then move over to last name. Okay, yeah. Figures are also text also. So we just put honest. My last name Omonfoegbe. And then age, let's say I'm 16. About gender, I am male. Favorite colors. Is my favorite color not here? Okay, yeah. Planets. Which other one is compulsory? Okay. Now let us attempt to submit this form without filling in one of the compulsory questions. So you say this is a required question. So we cannot submit this form without filling in this first name. It's not going to work. So let us try it. It brings us back here because this is a required question. So now we can now submit the form. All right. So our form has been submitted. So that is how to add response validation for our Google form.